studying in this digital platform? Hope you are all happy, safe and healthy. Turn social distancing to be your password to have a healthy lifestyle. Yes, now this corona period has given us great lessons. And one of the great lessons what we have learned is that we all have turned to be netizens. Yes, it is true. Now, even this digital platform is very new to me as well as to you. So, let us enjoy this learning studio with all these limitations. Let us overcome within a short span of time. So, we will agree with each other. Okay? Ready? Fine. So, hope you all will join with me with your open hearts to discuss, to listen to the various challenges of life like last year. So, before entering to grade 12, let us have a quick journey to the 11 and then we will come. Okay, so out of the 6 chapters what we have studied, the first chapter taught us on how courage, confidence and belief in oneself is so important to mold and enrich. And what about the second lesson? Yes, it taught us to turn our limitations to strength. And the third chapter, it was all about the different cultures of various places and also to rely on the nature to get solace under the hustle and bustle of this hectic life. Fourth chapter is so relevant to this present time and it is all about disaster and disaster management. Hope it would have given you a moral strength and support to overcome this pandemic period. And the fifth chapter, it is about the well-being of a human being, where it gives you a connection, a link between physical, mental and social well-being of a human being. And the last chapter, it is of the drastic development of this technology, where we are supposed to bring a development within the short span of time, and that is right now we are engaging and we are experiencing it. And that is why we are all connected to this internet and this online studio, learning studio. Yes, am I not right? Yes. All these things, what do you feel about all these lessons? Did it give you life lessons? Am I not right? Yes. So language is not only for the sake of getting marks in the exam. It is all about life. It is all about flesh and blood of life. So, language is the essence or it is a need of a personal. So now you have understood the importance of language, and as usual like last year it is all about 80 plus 20, where 20 becomes your internal mark and 80 becomes your writing. And here next step we are moving to in grade 12 too, we have a handful of beautiful wonderful lessons where you can listen, discuss, interpret, investigate and come out with so much of experience where it turns to be an eye-opener for every one of us. Fine. Shall we begin? Let me introduce the first topic to you. Okay, onto the board. It is flights of freedom. Flights of freedom. I hope both the words are very much familiar to you. Both freedom and flights. So what actually freedom is? Do you know? Do you love to have freedom? Yes. Everybody yearns to have freedom for ourselves. Because freedom is so important like the air we breathe. So freedom, what definition can you give for the word freedom? Freedom is a state of being where you are not confined either socially, mentally or physically, nothing else, no confinement, no chains. And now, as students, you all might have said to your parents at least once, at least to your mom, "Ma, please give me freedom. Don't give me restrictions. Leave me free. Leave me alone." You might have said. So you know the importance of freedom. And now I would like to ask you one more question. freedom good? The next question comes like that. You know what freedom is? We all love to have freedom, we have said. And next question is, do you say freedom is needed or not? Yes. And now it becomes, how can you enjoy freedom? Is freedom good? Freedom is good with the boundaries of morality, under the frames of morality. Freedom can be encouraged only in the frames of morality, because breaking the chains or breaking the ties or disturbing the freedom of others, never you can consider it to be a freedom. Definitely you have to say no to all these brutal activities. Freedom is there where you can be happy without disturbing the happiness of others. So now you have got a brief outlook of what freedom is, and next comes the word flights. What actually flights is? Fly. When can you fly? Only when you are free. So now freedom can be experienced only when you are left free without the chains. So now the chapter comes, or now the question comes, do you all enjoy freedom? Now we have the first chapter. It is like the 3 L's of empowerment. 3 L's of empowerment. The matter of discussion is whose empowerment. We have to think about whose empowerment. It is all about women empowerment. Why she has to be empowered? Whether she is denied, only if the freedom is denied, you can say it has to be empowered. So the question lies there. So somebody is denied freedom, and there we need to give empowerment. So here let it stay like that. And now we will think about the wordings in the first page of your book. And now you can see to the first page of your book, the wordings, the quotings of Charlotte Bronte in the novel Jane Eyre, where the character Jane speaks thus: I am no bird and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will. So here Jane, the character in this novel Jane Eyre, she is an orphan, and where she wants to say that she needs to be free, and her freedom or her ability is more than enough to stay for her to be independent. So this quoting or this wording by Charlotte Bronte gathers much importance in this lesson. Okay, so now we will move on. And one more thing I would like to quote here, Manusmriti, Sanskrit quoting of Manusmriti. It will be on the screen. And now, let me give that explanation of that. So here you can see the wordings of Manusmriti, where a woman is always under chains from birth to death. Might be the saying is like that, she is being protected from birth to death. So why should we need to be protected always? In the name of protection, we are suppressed. So here it comes, freedom is essential. Yes, okay, we have seen the Sanskrit quotings from Manusmriti. Fine, it all says that always woman is under chains from birth to death. Sweet sacrifice. I feel that she enjoys her slavery, and these sweet sacrifices turns to be a part of her womanhood. And now the society is not ready to accept that. And now we have started promoting the views on how we can empower the women in the society. It is not that, as I said earlier, it is not that she doesn't have the ability or capacity, but saying that she has no power, no energy, she's been suppressed, she's been crumbled in the chains or in the hands of someone. So now, I would like to ask you a small assignment. The thing is, take down, I hope you have the notebook and pen with you. Take down the names of 5 women personalities whom you know and whom you have admired. I'll give you a few seconds to write, and within the short span of time, I join you back again. I think 2-3 minutes or 2-3 seconds is more than enough for you to do that. Now, few of them on the screen according to my taste and interest. On the screen is the first person. Can you recognize her? Yes. She is Srimati Indira Gandhi. You know her? She was the first woman Prime Minister of India. She was a very bold lady. Even the whole world was so scared to stand in front of her. Such was her attitude, behavior, words, deeds. I have admired her a lot. And the second person on the screen is Kalpana Chawla. You know her? She was the first Indian girl to travel to space, where every country demands to be her own child, global girl. And the third person is Jhansi Rani Lakshmibai, the great Indian freedom fighter, the courageous Indian. You can never skip the pages of history without reading about her. And the next person, Florence Nightingale, the nurse who sacrificed her life for the sake of the warriors who lie in the pool of blood, dying in the war fronts. And the last person, you know, a pious lady. Yes, Mother Teresa. She was interested in social service and she even crossed the boundaries to do that. Yes, these people are all acquainted. Do you think that these people did not have any family? No. They had a very beautiful, good family to support them, to be with them, to reach these heights. There was once a period in history where everybody said, woman is a weaker sex. I think you know about Sati system that prevailed in India. Yes, how cruel people were towards women. Don't you feel or think? Yes. And now all those incidents and all those information, everything is true, but still it is being vanished away from the society. And this period should never come back. It is not that when we stand and speak for women, we are feminists. No, never. It is only we stand up for the rights of women. So, as we have said, we have seen to the wordings of Charlotte Bronte. And now we will see to a speech of Christine Lagarde. When you turn to the second page of your lesson, at the end of the lesson you have a profile. You can read it and learn more about it. Christine Lagarde. And this was a speech delivered by her in the National Democratic Institute, Washington DC on 19th May 2014. See to the date, 19 May 2014. It's not centuries back or it's not decades back, just 6 years ago. Even then, the condition of women, the plight of women were so pathetic. That is why it made her a need to speak and stand for the rights or the need for giving awareness for women in the society. So now it is a speech. So on speech, even to deliver a speech or to draft a speech, you have a quite good, cute format. You all know. Even from the smaller days, lower classes, you keep doing or you keep writing speech. So the small format that you have to follow is that the first one is that you have to address the audience. Audience, very important people for the one who speaks. So when you address the audience, it should be polite, it should be dignified, it should be gracious also. So addressing the audience is important. And what is the next thing? It is the introduction for the speech, introduction to the topic about what you are going to speak. And the third one is detailing the content. And the fourth one is giving a conclusion or giving a solution to the topic what you are into. Don't you feel all these things are quite important for a speech to be drafted or to be said? Yes. Now, even in your textbook, you have a speech of Christine Lagarde that she has delivered in National Democratic Institute of Washington, D.C. So, when you go for reading the speech, you have to come across all these areas and find it out how important it is. And with this, I would like to conclude or wind up this session giving you an assignment. Read the lesson. Read the lesson. There are many words that is not familiar with you. I am not saying new words, not familiar with you. So find out the words, get to the meanings, referring a dictionary, write it in your notebook as well as in your textbook so that it will be good for your future use. Along with that, I would like to give you one more work, and it is turn to the page 8 and you have a heading, think and discuss. There under this you have 3 questions, that is, have you ever thought about the various roles taken by women in their homes and outside? Number 2 is, what are the challenges faced by women today? And next one, are women equipped to meet those challenges? So along with these meanings, if you try to take down the answers of your own, what is your own opinion? If you write it and post it in your WhatsApp group, it will be well and good for me to check whether you are along with me. So hope we had a wonderful session. Hope to meet you soon in person. Thank you.